Hello, hello. Happy Monday, friends. I hope you are doing incredibly well. I hope you are coming off of an absolutely fabulous weekend, whether it was full of incredible activities or it was totally chill and exactly what you needed. I hope it was wonderful and your Monday's been incredible so far. So I'm going to just quick hop over, as I always do, and share this into my group. If you're new to me and you don't know about the group, it's called Disruptors Nation. It is a free Facebook group, and I encourage you as a change agent, a powerful female change agent, no matter what field or industry or area of the world that you're in, if you're in it to make a difference and you're in it to create change, come join us over in that Facebook group. So I am just going to quick hop on over and share that, and then we are going to dive in. So give me 1 second. Okay, I think we're good. Awesome. So welcome to Power Up. Power Up is a really fast-paced, quick, laser-focused Monday session to help you reframe whatever's standing in your way from showing up and from taking consistent, powerful action towards making the change in the world, making the difference in the world that you want to make. Whether it is in the back corner of your church having a conversation with 3 people, or it's up on stage giving a TEDx talk, or it's running for office, or it's writing a bestseller, does not matter. If we don't reframe the things that get in our way, then it's really, really hard to show up. And today's Facebook Live is sponsored by this hat, and I'll tell you exactly why. The reason for today's session is the truth about why you're not showing up. So here's the deal. There is one thing that I know to be true for every single disruptor, every single change agent, regardless of your race, your age, your gender, your niche, your message, or your mission. The truth is, if you do not show up, if you don't show up consistently and bravely and share your message and share your expertise and share your gifts and your talents with the world, your impact, the thing that makes you get out of bed in the morning, wanting to make a difference, it will not be created, period. Now, over the last 24 years, I have heard hundreds, probably thousands, of reasons and variations of reasons of why women don't show up to speak, to write, to create, to run for office, to sell, to ask for funding, to start the organization, whatever it is. And every one of those reasons, when they're told to me with conviction and passion, they sound really, really convincing. Why? Because you've convinced yourself those are the reasons why you can't show up or why you can't show up consistently. And the only consistent truth about all of those reasons is that they're utter bullshit. That's just the truth. The real reason you aren't showing up is that somehow perfectionism has gotten in, which is why the hat is perfect for today, because I really was not a fan of how my hair came out today. And not showing up to do this was not really an option. So I threw on a hat, because you're not here to see what I look like and you don't really give a shit about what my hair looks like or whether or not I'm wearing a cap. You're here to shift and reframe something so you can get back to work. So here's the deal. Perfectionism is sneaky as hell. It really is. Sometimes it's super, super obvious, and it shows up in thoughts like, well, I just don't have enough degrees or certifications to be able to call myself an expert and really talk about this, or to charge a certain amount, or I really don't have any experience in politics, so I really can't run for that upcoming race, or I've never written a book before. Like, who am I to write a book? What do I know? I'm not a writer. I'm not an author. So it can show up in this really obnoxious, sort of obvious, easy to catch way. But the truth is also that sometimes it's really, really insidious. And over days and then weeks and months and then even years, you think thoughts like, just need to tweak it just a little more before I'm ready to put it out there. I just need to ask a few more people before I decide on that price. I just need to get a little more coaching or consulting before I put that offer together, or I just need to get a little more approval from the people in my community before I run for that office, or I apply for that position with the city, whatever it is. It can be really, really insidious. And then what it makes you do is wait. Look, the people who are creating real change in their communities, in their industries, in their fields, in their cities and towns and countries and across the world are not making change because they're waiting. And they're certainly not making change because everything they put out there is perfect and doesn't need improvement or is always 100% accurate. The people who are real, true change agents, who are making a real difference, are doing so because they show up all the time, even when things aren't perfect. Because perfection, my friends, is a complete and utter ego illusion. Now, this Thursday, during the Thursday Throwdown, which is a session I do every single week, it's like a 20 to 30 minute deep dive I do right here every single week. So tune in, 11 o'clock Eastern on Thursday mornings. I'm going to go way deep into this so we can really start to shift it. But for today, for today's session, I want to give you a question. Jot it down, go grab your phone, talk it in a voice note, jot it on your, lunch napkin, whatever you have to do. But it's a question I want you to ask yourself today and be really honest in answering, because it's going to help you reframe perfectionism so that you can show up, because showing up is what matters. Being up here doesn't make a difference. Putting it on paper doesn't make a difference. Showing up, sharing, inviting, fundraising, writing, selling, creating, all the things that get put out into the world that touch other people, that's what makes the difference. So here's the question today that I'm going to ask you to be really honest with. And if you can, be brave and type your answer into the comments below, because I want you to see you're so not alone. Everybody is dealing with this. It's just that some people have mastered their ability to respond to perfectionism so it doesn't get in the way anymore, and other people are still grappling with it. So here's the question. If today, right now, I already knew that me, my message, my offer, my book, my speech, my campaign, whatever it is, your fill in the blank, if today I already knew that it was good enough to make a difference, what action would I be taking right now? It's probably an action you are either not taking at all or you are not taking fully or consistently. So if you already knew, hands down, 100%, that your message, your offer, your cause, your book, your music, your whatever was already good enough to make a difference in the world, what action would you be taking today that you either aren't taking or you're not taking fully? Because here's the deal, my friends. When we believe, when we truly, truly believe that we have something to offer that can really make a difference, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough. And when you're willing to allow this iteration, this version, this speech, this try, this day to be good enough, it leaves you wide open to tweak and assess and improve and expand, or to contract it and make it more laser focused to be even better next round. But if you are mired in judgment and perfectionism and constantly having to tweak and make it better before you put it out there, you're robbing people of the ability to be touched by what you do and who you are. And you're robbing yourself of very powerful feedback from the people who consume what you put out. Because people who like you and trust you, they want to see you succeed. And they'll be willing to give you really powerful feedback about how you can make this even better for them, so that they can get on board more easily, or share it more easily, or get more value out of it. So you're robbing them and you're robbing you. So today I invite you to sit with that question and answer it honestly. And when you get clear about what that action is, go take it. That's my challenge to you. Go take it. And then join me this Thursday morning at 11 Eastern, where I'm going to do a deep dive into perfectionism and how you can begin to really move the needle so that this is not something that has a say in what you do anymore. Now, very shortly, next month, in a couple of weeks, I am opening the doors to my 6-month personal mastery program called Becoming Limitless, where I literally teach you all of the things that I not only practice on myself every day, but that I've taught hundreds and hundreds of people over the last 24 years that allow you to access more and more states of limitlessness. So you don't have to be worried about perfectionism. You don't have to be worried about fear. You don't have to be worried about imposter syndrome or that inner critic. You don't have to be worried about lack of clarity, and you don't have to be worried about how to get into action anymore. I teach you all of that so that you develop deeper and deeper levels of mastery of yourself so that you can show up and be a powerful, disruptive change agent for the greater good out in the world. If that's something that you already know is the thing that's going to change everything for you, then shoot me a private message and we'll have a conversation about it right now, because I am offering some incredible early bird bonuses for people who want to take fast action. If that's you, send me a message. I'm totally accessible on Instagram or Facebook. All right, sending you off into a very powerful Monday. I can't wait to connect with you again right here this Thursday for the Thursday Throwdown. Take care, everybody.